Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, everyone. How are you doing on this Friday? How are you doing on this Friday? I'm really excited to be here today. And if you're tuning in live, please say hello in the chat, in the comments section. And of course, if you're joining in later, if you're looking at the recording, just add a few comments as well to let me know where you are. Drop a comment in the comment section below, just to let me know that you were there, that you watched it, and that you're doing great. My name is Linda G. Robert, and I am your Back in the Groove Again coach. I'm a life coach. I'm a travel coach. I'm a travel agent as well. And of course, some of you know that I'm also an Uber delivery person as well. Yes, I've been quite busy these days. Just letting you know, I've been having some issues with my camera, and I hope that everything works out really, really well. Now, I want to talk about this month's theme, which is rejuvenation, right? It's springtime, man, and it's time to shake off the slugginess of the winter and refresh our energy and refresh our mindset, and of course, refresh our motivation as well. And one of the best ways to do that is through movement. And if you've watched some of my previous lives, you know that movement is part of my self-care well-being model. So today we're talking about movement. And why movement? It's not just an exercise. Movement is the key, really, to feeling refreshed and to feeling energized. And there are some simple ways, very simple ways, to add movement into your day without it feeling like, oh my God, I have to move today, without it feeling like a chore. So, how movement fuels mental clarity, motivation, and even joy. Now, you want to also stick around until the end because I do have something special for you, a 14-day self-love challenge that will take your rejuvenation journey, even further. All right, so let's talk more about movement. And if you do different types of movement during your day, please do add it in the comments section as well. I'd love to know what you're doing. Now, movement is more than just working out. It's really about keeping your body in motion in ways that feel good for you. When you sit all day, like I do, because I do teach and I do coach, and I'm in front of a computer all day, or I'm driving, you can easily feel tired and feel sluggish and feel unmotivated. Well, when you move, even just a little bit, it really makes a really big difference, right? It wakes up your body and it wakes up your brain. I want you to think about it. Have you ever had a great idea while on a walk? It happens to me a lot. And that's because movement improves circulation, it boosts oxygen to your brain. Of course, it gets your creative juices flowing. It's like a reset button for your energy and for your mindset. Some of the ideas of my book, Loving Me, A Practical Guide to Loving You More, actually came when I was walking a trail that I typically walked in Mexico. All of a sudden, I got all these bloody ideas that couldn't wait to get back home to start working on them. Now, I want to share a video that I created 4 years ago. This is a video related to movement, and I hope it works. What I've decided to do, let me just share my screen here. What I've decided to do is bring back some of the old videos that I've had on my YouTube channel. Some of you might know I've had a YouTube channel for 10 years, since 2014. And this is a video that I did about 3 years ago. And I hope you can hear the sound. I'm not sure if it's going to work. We're trying it out for the first time. So let me get it started here. It's about movement. Again, coach, I'm here to help you get back I know it's not very loud.
My tip for today is to add movement into your life. Now, it doesn't mean you have to get out there and start running a marathon. It simply means get
Yeah,
out there
movement
and
is a
start
great thing.
moving
Thank you.
around.
Can you
You might
hear the
want to start
sound?
dancing in your kitchen,
God's
start
child?
dancing
Can you hear
in
the
your living
sound?
room. You might want to maybe just do some gentle moves, like gentle yoga moves. You might want to incorporate maybe swimming in life. Perhaps you want to do some gentle stretching,
Excellent. Great.
movement, add some movement into your life. Now, how beneficial is this going to be? Well, while you're moving and you're thinking of how wonderful your life is, you're changing your energy around. You are moving to new energy. One of the things that I really love doing before a presentation is, and I know this is going to
And
sound
this is the
really
truth.
strange, but I like to move my arms around like this, and I like to go, yeah. And I start laughing. That creates movement, that creates energy, and then I'm ready to go. I challenge you to try this tip. Get out there and move your body around any way you want and tell me what that's like. This is Linda. You're back in the groove again,
All right. Well, thank you for telling
talking
me.
about
Thank you for telling me that you could hear it. And of course, that you're going to be changing your name back. Thanks again for telling me because I thought, I don't think I've ever met you before. Although I think I might have seen that picture before. Thanks for letting me know. Well, great. And if you know me, you know that I love talking about different things, and movement is one of these things. What kind of movements do you do? What kind of movements do you do? And you can write that in the chat box just to let me know what kind of movements you do. You said movement is a great thing, right? Movement is a great thing. And you work out a lot. What type of movements do you do? I'm just waiting for you to write what type of movements. Oh, you're not here anymore. All right. Well, then maybe later you can add what type of movements you do. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. We've talked about different types of movements, but I'm also going to be sharing some other tips in just a few minutes. I know that life gets really busy. I get it. I get it. I've been really busy lately too. But movement doesn't have to be complicated. So here are a few other tips, other ways to add some movement into your day. You want to start your morning with movement. Stretch, right? Stretch. You can do that while you're in bed, of course. Rolling your shoulders back, or you might want to do a few yoga poses before reaching for your phone. You want to turn daily tasks into movement as well. So while you're on the phone, you might want to pace. I'm not going to pace too far here because you wouldn't be able to see me. You might want to walk up and down the hallway, walk up and from one room to the next. This is going to sound a little bit strange, but you may also want to do some squats while you're brushing your teeth, right? You want to try to incorporate movement in your day-to-day activities. You may want to dance a little bit while you're cooking, right? Put on some really fun music, and while you're cooking, while you're cutting up your vegetables, preparing your meal, why not move a little bit instead of just standing straight, right? So you can incorporate movement in different ways. You may want to take some movement breaks. So set a reminder every hour to stand up and to stretch, especially if you're sitting down all day. So you can set a reminder on your telephone, time to stand up and to stretch. That was one of the reasons I went to the bathroom quite often when I worked as an employment consultant. It was to get off my chair and to move and to walk a little bit. You might want to find joy in movement, right? Find joy in movement. Go for a walk. I enjoy going for walks. Do a bit of gardening because when you're gardening, even if you're gardening from home and you don't have a large patch of sand, of soil, I should say, There's still different ways to incorporate movement when you're gardening, even from your balcony. I mentioned dancing. You might want to play with your pet, or sometimes you may even want to ask your neighbor if you could um, borrow their pets for a few minutes just to kind of get into a pattern of going for a walk or something. So I would love to know more what your favorite way to move is. And you can add them in the comments section, even if you're watching the recording later. Now, movement doesn't just energize your body, it clears your mind up as well. It helps to release stress, it helps to process emotions, and even boosts happiness by increasing serotonin and dopamine levels. I mentioned this on other lives that years ago I had a walk and talk, and we walked year round, and we would always meet at a restaurant and then start walking for about an hour and a half. In the summertime, we were up to 40 people. Now, most of the time, there were strangers that came to the walk. Over time, they got to know each other. But, when they were walking, they didn't realize that they actually had walked an hour and a half. Why didn't they notice that? It's because they were busy talking, chatting away with some friends, and sometimes just strangers initially. And of course, walking does help you just to not even think about your problems, especially when you're walking, but you're also noticing what's around you. Maybe you're paying attention to the sounds of the birds. Maybe you're noticing some beautiful trees, some lilacs, and you're approaching them and you're smelling it. So walking can actually be very, very beneficial for you in so many different ways, right? Now, if you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed, move your body, walk and stretch and dance. Oops, there, I knew I was having a problem with my camera here. So let me see if I can change that. No, I don't think I can change my camera. So right now, I'm having some issues with the camera, but I'm going to keep it going. I hope you can hear me. I think you can. I'm going to see if I can change the camera. I don't know if I can change the camera, but instead of canceling it, I'm going to keep it going, and I apologize for not being able to remove that now. Let me just try one more time, and if it doesn't work, I'll just keep going. All right, so I'm not able to change my camera, so I'll just keep talking, and I'll apologize right now. So I was talking about different ways of moving. I suggested walking, stretching, dancing, whatever helps you to shake off that, what some people call the mental fog. Now, we've also covered, different reasons why movement is important, how to keep it really simple, and how it clears your mind. So here's my challenge for you, even though you can't see me right now. I'd like you to find one way to move today that feels good for you. And if you do it, let me know in the chat box as well, please. And of course, if you're ready to take this to the next level, you might consider doing my 14-day self-love challenge. It's designed to help you reconnect with yourself, refresh your mindset, and build habits that make you feel amazing. And I'll add the link in the comments section as well. It's a perfect way to deepen your self-care journey while focusing on rejuvenating yourself. Thank you so much for being here today. If you found this helpful, give it a like, share it with someone that you think would also appreciate it. And I will also see you during the next live on April 14th. And hopefully you'll also be able to see me then, because I'll have my camera fixed. I apologize for that. Okay, great. I'm just noticing here that you will be walking later. That's great. And that you do a lot of arm and leg movements. I think that's awesome as well. All right, so I know that you're having to concentrate on listening to me today instead of looking at me. You'll have to watch the beginning of the video because obviously I was on live. Oh, there! Look at that. Now I'm back. Isn't that interesting? It just came back on. So if are there any questions at all before we call it a day? Any questions at all on what we've talked about? I'm very curious. I know that you do a lot of arm and leg movements, but we've got a second person on the call here. What type of movements do you do? For me, I enjoy walking, right? I enjoy walking, I enjoy hiking, I enjoy dancing. I'm not so much into yoga. It's not really for me, but I do some stretches, of course, and I'm not gonna go all the way down, but I do some oh, what did I call them? Some squats. I do some squats as well. And while I'm in the kitchen cutting, cutting my vegetables, I will move my body because I just don't want to stand just straight doing that. So any other movements that you love doing, whatever you enjoy doing, write it in the comments section, and then I'll make sure to add my comments to you as well. Some people love swimming, right, as well. But when you're swimming, you're concentrating more on the act of swimming, which is really important. And you'll notice that when you're swimming, you are in the moment. You're in the moment. You're not thinking of anything else, right? When you're walking, though, you might be thinking of other things. You might be thinking of other things. Like I mentioned, when I was walking in Mexico, all of a sudden I got all these different ideas for my book, which I did add to my book as well. So walking has a different type of energy. Yes, you can actually solve some of your problems while you're walking. So if that's happened to you, please do write it in the comments section. All right. So I apologize about the camera issue. Don't know what happened, but I'm glad that we're back here. And I will see you in a couple of weeks from now. I'm just double checking. I believe it'll be on the 11th. No, nope. The 14th. The next one's going to be on the 14th. All right. Have yourself a wonderful Friday. And if you are watching the replay, please add the replay and add your comments because I do want to hear more about where you are from and what type of movement that you incorporate during your day-to-day. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.